Okay, Scorpio, this is going to be a general reading for you guys for this upcoming week. And I'm going to start off here with the my spirit animal oracle here. And for Scorpio, sea turtle, protection. Okay. It says, you are the master of finding life's flow. Be in harmony with the rhythm and your path will unfold. Persevere and you will succeed. You have everything you need to be protected and happy. Okay. I like that. I don't think this one's come out, actually. I don't remember seeing this one, really. Okay. So, I'm going to use, as I call it, just the traditional deck today, or this week. I haven't used it for the weekly readings, so I'm using it for the weekly readings. A lot of people use this deck, and to me it looks a little, like, cartoonish or something, but I feel like using it this week. Alright, Scorpio. For this upcoming week for Scorpio. At the end, if you guys like this, if you want to give it a like, that would be cool. And if you wouldn't mind subscribing, I'd appreciate it. All right. Dropping cards here. Okay. And you guys probably know, especially if you watch my channel, every sign has a power color. And yours is black. Okay. So there's a lot of fire here. So can just mean that there's maybe a lot of like creativity and action, willpower, or that, and also you could be surrounded or around fire signs, which is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I'm just looking at the cards here for a second. So yeah, you have the fire here, you have air, you have earth. The sign that stands out the most here is Leo and fire signs. Leo is a fire sign. And I just don't know why this cat decides to meow the most when I want to record videos. Sorry about that. Okay, so just looking at the cards here for a second. So you have a couple of tens here. Sorry, just a minute. Okay, sorry, I had to pause this for a while. I don't know. Hopefully there won't be I was gonna say any more interruptions, but any more interruptions. And I know I was saying that you have a couple tens here. And I'm just looking at the cards again here. So with the number 10, that's about completion and renewal. and harmony also. Okay, so you start off here with the Queen of Pentacles. And with that, that shows that you're generous and gracious. And it shows that you're accomplished and someone who likes to help others. Very hard-working person. Now, this is generally a hard-working career woman because it is the Queen, but it doesn't mean that you have to be a woman. So it could be sometimes it can be about just having that kind of like that strong feminine strength, I guess. It does show too that you're sensitive to the needs of others. And looks like there's security and peace and tranquility around you. Next here is the Three of Swords. So, okay, so for some of you, it looks like your heart can be healing from something. It could be, it's possible maybe there's sorrow, disappointment, maybe some type of deception. Like kind of, you know, maybe you feel like you were stabbed in the back or something. And now for some, this could be about a love triangle. I think it's possible for some of you. And for others of you, if you don't feel like that makes any sense to you, then it does say just to get a health checkup, just to make sure everything's, you know, okay. All right, next up you have the Five of Wands here. So this can be conflicts. Maybe there's differences of opinions. I mean, this could be like arguing. This could be just, like I said, differences of opinions. And it does indicate some type of power struggles also. So it might be a setback right now. I'm just looking at the cards here. But this also does say try a different way of presenting your ideas. If it's not coming across right, then try a different way. All right, next here is a Knight of Wands. So with that, shows somebody like, it's about like being passionate and energetic, maybe a little hasty at times. It does indicate a passionate relationship though. And I pause a lot because I'm looking at the cards as I go along and the feelings I get, and it makes me just take a little pause sometimes. But some of you, looks like either you have a passionate relationship with somebody, or you did have a passionate relationship with somebody, and this is what your heart can be hurting over or healing over. Looks like there was some conflicts or arguments, or could have been something big, could have been something small, or you're fighting about or arguing about or disagreeing about. But some of you maybe even had to move, or maybe you changed residences for this person, or maybe you're thinking about changing residences. But it does show events that may require some immediate action. And this card too, it's also about turning your dreams into reality for some of you. And for others of you too, I'm getting different feelings here for this today. For some of you, this can also be that you're having arguments with the person that you love and care about. And it looks like, like it's been a passionate relationship, this and that, and maybe your heart, maybe it's just a little sorrow or maybe a little disappointment because maybe there's been a lot of arguing going on lately. And for some of you, it could be arguing over marriage plans, and some of you could be arguing over your marriage right now, because you have the Four of Wands next year. So this can be a card of like plans for marriage, but it does show that you're satisfied with what you've accomplished so far. And it can also show rest and relaxation with family, loved ones, and it does show good times ahead, like celebrating. It can also show a newfound zest for life. I'm just trying to figure out if I'm getting this for you or for the other person that I feel is involved here. Next up here, you have the Strength card. So with the Strength card here, this is about inner strength and compassion and patience and courage and perseverance. And it's also a card of forgiveness and forgiveness of yourself and others. For some of you, it could be some spiritual forces at work in your life right now. Some of you also, on a side note, might feel like you're kind of like you're being tested. Yeah, and you might even say it out loud, like, okay, I'm being tested here over something here. And it looks like you have the Ten of Wands next, so it looks like this. If you are being tested or something, for some of you, you might be feeling tired of it. It could be that. You could be feeling under pressure. You could be feeling overburdened. Some of you might be working too hard or too many hours. And just be careful, because that can lead to stress, and stress can, lead to health issues. So try to find some balance if you can. And this working too many hours, too many, that I said, it could be arguing too much, but maybe you're putting in too much effort into something here. Could be into this marriage, into this relationship, or something else. And this is only for some of you, but maybe you feel like it's getting to be too much. Maybe you feel like you've been strong for too long. That's also what I'm getting here too from it. But you do have the Wheel of Fortune here and Judgment. So let's go to the Wheel of Fortune here. So with the Wheel of Fortune here, this is about the end of delays. And it is a positive change. It can be a lucky break for some of you also. But and also a fresh new start. I just keep getting different things on this reading, and a lot of different. Anyways, with the Wheel of Fortune here, it does say to be clear about your top priorities. And can be unpredictable events happening also. Next up, you have the Judgment card here. So the Judgment card is about reviewing your past choices, and it's reaping rewards of past efforts. And it's a card of like truth and renewal and forgiveness. And some of you might be reunited with a loved one also. This can also be news that you can move forward with a certain project. And generally good news, too, that you can move forward. So it also represents being able to make a clean break from past grudges. For some of you, it can be a wake-up call. I'm going to pull one more here. I'm going to pull from my Chinese deck here, another tarot card. And you got the Four of Wands again. So this Four of Wands, and then you have the Four of Wands right here. So again, this card can represent plans for marriage. And it shows being satisfied, you know, with what you've accomplished so far. And it also does represent celebrating and good times ahead. And for some of you, I don't know, being that this came again, it is, you know, the plans for marriage card, it is more about you planning on marriage. But for some reason, I'm getting this is for somebody who's specifically, you know, married right now. And that there's issues here in the marriage. That's why I keep pausing. This could also be about passion being reignited in the bedroom also for some of you. So maybe a lot of this arguing will come to a halt, and you know, maybe there's gonna be passion reignited and kind of like a new, when I say a fresh new start, you can have a new start with the person. And for some of you, it might be coming, you know, might think differently and want a fresh new start. All right, you guys. Again, if you like this, if you want to give it a like, that would be cool. And if you wouldn't mind subscribing, I would really appreciate it. All right, guys. Thanks a lot.